Here we go. 45. White.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
Come on.
To throw now. Here's Love. Now he's going to step up and run. Catch made by Watson on the out route. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7.
Here we go. Set. Black 40. Set.
Throwing. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now third down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Red. White. Ready?
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second down and 6 now. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Now Rodgers. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Right through. Let's go. 45. White. Ready.
Following the interception, Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Drill 52.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
60 red, 10.
Here's Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Second and 10. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Set, ready.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. The kick by McManus is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
36-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 64 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
That's good for the Steelers. First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2 yards to go, second down.
319.
A handoff for Warren. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Two yards still to go. Third down now. Throwing is Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Calvin Austin from 13 yards out. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
32. Ready?
Glove. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Ready. Black 40. Black Ultra. Red, yellow. Hut, hut.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden, 35 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times, it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To throw is Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Warren, touchdown, Pittsburgh. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Let's go.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Ready.
Love looking to throw it. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Down. Yellow.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Love now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now 3rd down and very long.
Ball ready. Ready.
Now Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. This is taken at the 18. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Completes it to Austin. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Rodgers going to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up.
Here's Rodgers. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf.